Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed review of the new Micromax in Note 1. So Micromax made a comeback to the Indian smartphone market and launched two smartphones, the In Note 1 as well as In 1B, two budget smartphones, and the In Note 1 is priced starting 10,999 for the 4GB RAM and also 12,500 for the 6GB RAM variant. So how good is the device and what to expect? Is it a really good device to buy in this price segment? That's what we are going to talk about in this video. Now if you look at the Micromax, Micromax has been one of the really good brands couple of years back, or rather it started way back in the start of 2010, and it was one of the really popular brands out there. But over a period of time with more Chinese brands coming in, Micromax lost its glory, and the devices were not really competitive, and finally they had almost nothing launched in the last couple of years. Now with the anti-China sentiments coming up, Micromax has made a comeback to the Indian smartphone segment, which is definitely a great move because we need more Indian players in the smartphone market and not to be really dominated by Chinese players. So Micromax coming back to the smartphone market is definitely a great news. So that's what the initial thing is about the Micromax and the company. Now there are two smartphones, the In Note 1 and the In 1B. So we're going to talk about the In Note 1. So this has a 6.67 inches full HD resolution display. It's powered by the MediaTek Helio G85 chipset. It has a quad camera setup, and then you also get a 16 megapixel selfie camera, 5000 mAh capacity battery, and 18-watt fast charger for 10,999. So overall in terms of hardware, this is quite a good device. So let's go deeper to see how good the device is. First, let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now if you look at the design, the front panel design is definitely good. You can see that the bezels aren't too large for a budget smartphone, and you can see here it also comes with a punch hole camera. So in terms of the front panel design, this definitely looks good. Even the bottom bezels have been made minimal. And if you look at the back panel, again, quite a good looking smartphone. We have the In branding here, the fingerprint sensor, the camera layout is quite good. We have the curved edges, and this is a plastic or rather polycarbonate material. You can also see a pattern here. You can see here the X pattern, which definitely looks good. So overall in terms of design, this is definitely a good looking smartphone, and you can see that it looks good in terms of overall design aspect. In terms of in-hand feel also quite good. Even the build quality looks quite okay, but we have been seeing a lot of quality control issues in the first set of devices. Hope Micromax fixes these issues. So quality control is something which Micromax needs to address because there have been a lot of complaints on that front. Frankly, our unit did not have such issues. We have been seeing a lot of people talking about the quality control issues. So our unit basically did not have any sort of issues. So in terms of design and build quality, we feel it's quite a good looking device. Now next, let's talk about the display. It has a full HD resolution display, and you can see that the display quality definitely looks good. The viewing angles are good, the touch response feels smooth, and overall the experience of the display is definitely good. There is also a screen guard pre-installed, which should give you decent protection for the display. So overall we feel that the display definitely looks good for the price segment. Now next, let's move on to the software. So this is one of the most important aspects. So Micromax previously had their own UI, which was which had a lot of bloatwares and ads also. It's kind of not the best experience, but when they made a comeback, they made sure that the UI experience is definitely great, and as a result you can see that this is a stock Android experience. You can see here pure stock experience, no bloatwares, and UI is also purely stock, and this is running on top of Android 10, and Micromax is promising updates for this device, which means Micromax will be providing future updates as well as patches, which is something which is good because previous Micromax devices did not receive proper updates, and the UI was bloated. Now here we have seen a new entry by Micromax, which definitely feels great, and the software experience again looks good. You can see that it's bloatware free UI, clean and stock like UI, and you can see that even the notification that it does feature some additional options. You also get the dark mode. So overall we feel the UI is definitely good, and Micromax is promising updates, which is something which is good. So overall I hope Micromax delivers on the promise of the software updates. So in that way also Micromax is doing pretty good. Now talking about the performance. So this device runs on the MediaTek Helio G85 octa-core processor, and this is one of the chipsets we are seeing in this price segment, which is quite a decent chipset. Again, not a powerhouse, although it is definitely a decent chipset. In terms of gaming experience also, it's kind of an average chipset. Again, for 11K price segment, this is quite okay. Even the gaming experience was quite good. There was no heating issues, and MediaTek calls this a budget gaming chipset. So it provides decent experience for the 11K price segment, and overall day-to-day performance was again pretty smooth, and app switching and everything looks quite smooth on this device. So that is the performance side of the Micromax in Note 1. Now next, let's talk about the other aspects. Call quality was pretty good. We did not see any sort of issues, and even the speaker performance was quite okay, and overall the fingerprint scanner experience is again decent experience, not a bad performer. So overall in that aspect, this device definitely looks good. Next, let's move on to the cameras. So this is one area where people look at a lot, because nowadays smartphones, even in the budget segment, they expect to get better performance in terms of camera. Now in terms of the camera, we have a 48 megapixel primary camera, 5 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel depth sensor, and 2 megapixel macro sensor, and we have a 16 megapixel selfie camera as well. Now if you look at the camera aspect, we have done a detailed camera review of this device. We found the camera to be very average and not great in terms of experience. Overall, while the hardware was good, the camera experience was subpar and pretty much average experience. In fact, it was below average experience. We didn't expect this kind of performance from Micromax, especially when they are making a comeback to the Indian smartphone market. So we feel Micromax should be doing better in terms of camera experience. The daylight shots were kind of very average, details were lost, colors were quite okay. The ultra wide angle, again, details were very minimal, and the colors were again quite okay, but not the best out there. Then macro shots looked quite good, but then portraits, edge detection was kind of very much horrible experience, and low light experience was again okay with the night mode, and the selfie experience was just average. Video recording again was kind of very bad. So overall in terms of camera experience, we would say it's very average, or rather below average experience. We would say around, if you were to give marks out of 10, we would say probably 3 or 4 out of 10 would be my score for the camera. So camera is one area Micromax needs to improve, because this is one segment which a lot of users look at when buying a new smartphone. Now next and the final aspect is the battery life. So we get a 5000 mAh capacity battery, and you also get an 18 watt fast charger. Now when we did the fast charging test, it took around 2 hours 45 minutes with the 18 watt charger, which is kind of okayish performance. But the major issue was the heating on charging. Now it went up to 53.7 degrees. You can actually check out that video we made on our channel. 53.7 degrees while charging, which is something which is quite unacceptable, because if you do that, if you charge it like this for almost like a couple of months, your battery will definitely get damaged because of the overheating. And this is something which is part of quality control and proper testing, which Micromax hasn't done. So these are some things Micromax needs to fix before bringing a new smartphone. Now the battery life is pretty good. You can get around 8 to 9 hours of screen on time, which is quite okay, again depending upon your usage. But on an average, you can get around 8 hours plus screen on time easily on this device. So that is the detailed aspects of the Micromax in Note 1. So should you buy it? So this is the first gen product after a long period Micromax is bringing in. So there are a lot of issues plaguing this device. The first is the quality control issues. We hope Micromax fixes these issues. Then second is the camera experience is subpar or below average experience. Then heating issues while charging. So there are lots of quality control issues. So if you're looking for a smartphone in this 10 to 11K price segment, we would say this is a decent experience, but then we wouldn't actually recommend this device as of now. Not because Micromax, it's a Micromax smartphone, but because of the poor quality control and poor camera experience, and also heating issues plaguing this device. But then we are really happy that Micromax is making a comeback. We support Micromax in their future endeavors, because we need brands from India to make a comeback and rule the smartphone market globally as well as in India. So we wholeheartedly support Micromax, but not with such kind of products which have poor quality control and not the best experience overall. So probably if I were to conclude, I would say this is probably a half-baked product. Micromax wanted to enter, but they entered a bit too early without proper testing, and this is definitely not the best out there in this price segment. As of now, I wouldn't actually prefer suggesting this device, but if Micromax is able to fix these issues going forward, I would definitely suggest the Micromax in Note 1. Probably after some time, if after software updates, if this is fixed, then probably this makes the decent device. Otherwise, it's definitely hard to recommend the Micromax in Note 1 at this price segment. So that was a detailed review. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.